I'll drive the show.
Okay.
Is it going to be like AI, the thumbnail? Is it going to be like that?
Yeah, we have all been replaced by AI.
We are.
Maybe we are AI. Maybe I should get some spaghetti and eat it, and maybe that'll be the true test.
A spaghetti. Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am AI Brandon. This is AI Adam and AI Steve. Adam
Hello
and
there.
Steve.
Hey, I just want to say that Dr. Puss and Balls is complaining about stupid AI.
I think it's plus, but still. Yeah. Welcome to Clickbait Sports. We're going to talk about football today, but I would like to address the thumbnail immediately and say it was all Adam's fault. It's all Adam's fault. He's the traitor. He's the traitor.
Dude, I just felt a huge tire go down my back. You threw me under the bus. No,
God,
you set up the stream. You have a choice.
I'm just kidding. Please
listen. I don't have Rachel Half on retainer so that she can design the thumbnails for us.
Yeah.
Like I don't have, and we always come up with the title, 10 minutes before the show?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, right? Like you make the thumbnail every week. You're not putting anybody out of a job by utilizing a resource to make a thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
You sent that thumbnail, and I honestly thought this is the best thumbnail Adam's made in a while. Like, this is pretty cool. It's nice to not see our dumb, ugly faces on it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, and I thought Tree's title, the NFL Mosh Pit, solid title.
It works.
Because we can talk about whatever we want. Because the NFL
I'm going to be honest here. The NFL is a mosh pit.
It is.
It's the reality of it, man.
So we don't know where Scooter is. Tom is sick. So you just get the three glory boys today.
Yep. I think Scooter's having this place. I think he's stuck in this frame for the entirety of it, especially after this past week. He's dodging. He is dodging like the secondary dodges receivers. Yeah. It's Rico Dowdle, my man. Rico Dowdle. 200 yards.
It's crazy. That's the perfect face of a man watching his quarterback play damn near perfect football every week, and his team still is losing.
Yeah, that is Dak and George Pickens.
Yeah,
just sitting on the sideline watching everything go in flames on that final 6-minute drive.
Yeah, that's in the Micah Parsons jersey too.
Yes, it's beautiful. Yes. Not just that. There was a 4th and 2 or 4th and 3, I believe. They had two guys playing like 5 yards behind the sticks. When it should have been quick press. They were afraid of getting beating over the top. Of course they're going to do an inside slant. What, you expect Kenneth Murray to do anything? Come on.
That was a great play execute. I mean, Hunter Renfrow really stepped up. It was a ballsy throw by Bryce Young. It just ended up working out. And I don't know what the mic was doing on that play, but it was, those are the kind of plays that losing teams don't execute on. And the breaks are going the Panthers' way now. And they're definitely not going the Cowboys' way. The Cowboys have very much mismanaged their end of game play, because I think they're just a lot of decisions domino from not having a good defense, and they press and they're worried and they don't trust their defense, which they shouldn't. I wouldn't trust their defense to watch my 2-year-old, that if I had my hypothetical 2-year-old that I had just for this show. But they're scary bad on the defensive side of the ball, and
they're
it's
atrocious.
Not pretty.
And they traded their best player. Remember we talked about Jerry Jones, the great Jerry Jones.
Jerry!
He was going to stop the run, and you give up over 200 yards of it to the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A team not known for their rushing this season.
Oh, I mean, Rico Dowdle's had a good couple weeks. I still don't get why they let him go, but
I was just looking at that today, because I'm working on a video about like how crazy this season is, because there's so many things happening that everybody's like, what? And it's nice. It's made football, more fun. And I was looking at Rico Dowdle because I knew he had a couple nice games for the Cowboys, because I remember Scooter was like, Rico's our future. We found our running back. I was like, but because he came out of nowhere this season, right? He wasn't even first on the Panthers depth chart. Then he has these 200-yard games back to back. But at the end of last season, Rico had 4 of the last 6 games. He had well over 100 rushing yards in each of those games for the Cowboys. So, like, we should have been a little bit more aware of Rico, but we weren't.
I was saying this around free agency. I'm like, why are they letting him go for Javonte Williams, who wasn't the same after injury? And especially since Miles Sanders is now out for the season with injury. He actually had a couple of decent games. But I still don't get why you would let Dowdle go. Their 2 biggest bright spots last year, for as train wreck as it was, DeMarvion Overshown and Rico Dowdle. Yeah. DeMarvion Overshown, unfortunately, had that major injury. He'll probably be out all this year. But Dowdle was a breath of fresh air, especially when you were starting the year with the geriatric Zeke and Dalvin Cook as your starting running backs. And they just let him go.
And Javonte looks like a great pickup for Dallas. I think he's a better fit there in how they run the ball. But now you're like, imagine if they had Javonte and Rico. Then you've got like this bulldozing kind of power back, and then you've got Rico, who is kind of electric, elusive, and I think the Cowboys would still be losing games. They would just have more rushing yards. And Scooter's not here, and we're still talking about the GD Cowboys. Let's not. Let's not.
Because we're expecting to dunk on the Cowboys.
Yeah,
the problem is
to defend.
It's that we just don't have that idea.
Yeah.
But let's actually go to a first game. What happened on Sunday morning against the Jets, Brandon? That was it was a game.
Hey, that's just how the Broncos are going to win this season. I've accepted it in my heart. It's going to be ugly. Our defense is playing pretty insane. And Dre Greenlaw returned to practice this week. He was on the IR, the short-term IR or whatever. Mm-hmm. But if he can, one, get healthy, he's practiced 2 days in a row, and stay healthy, we're going to get an insane player in the middle of our defense. And I think like what the Broncos are on like a sack trajectory that we haven't seen in a very long time. They've already got 30. They've got like 5 sacks in 5 different games, which hasn't happened since. It's only happened like 3 other times. So I think like if he comes and he's good, like that's going to continue. And then it just becomes a question if this offense will ever click. And special teams has been bad too. Like I think the Broncos have one of the worst. They give up the worst field position on kickoffs, and that's been noticeable. They've given up big kickoffs. That was supposed to be a strength when they brought in Darren Rizzi as the special teams coordinator. So, like, you saw bad special teams. You saw an offense that struggled against the Jets for whatever reason they struggled against the Jets. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know why the offense hasn't really clicked yet this year. I wish I was smart enough to tell you why, but I'm just praying it does, because it clicked last year. It looked nice several times, but it's weird.
What's happening with your offensive line too? I know Ben Powers was out this past week. You had a lot of penalties on that end, which also led to safety. Matt Pertz, he did poorly, but he's hurt too. Yeah. So what's going on there?
Yeah. So Pert comes in as a backup guard. Really, he's the 3rd string guard because they lost Nick Gargiulo this preseason, I think. You might remember him from his. Do we still have the photo of Nick? He looked like badass Dracula. Where's Nick? When he got drafted, I don't think we still have it. But I was excited because there was all these like off-season team event. Well, not official team events, but like Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton were going to like the Avs game, the Nuggets game, and Gargiulo was with them. So it's like, okay, this is going to be the year. He might be all right. But then he got hurt. So Pert comes in as your 3rd string guard. And then he had a rough game. But then we found out he played 57 snaps with a torn MCL. So like, I forgive the dude for not being good in that game, for having, a couple penalties. And he didn't say anything about it. So I respect the toughness there. But yeah, now we're down to, I don't even know who's playing guard this week. So what was a really, a big strength was the offensive line. Has a bit of a hole in there. And the center hasn't been, Wattenberg has not been good this year. So,
Wattenberger?
Wattenberg.
Whataburger.
Okay,
Whataburger's no good.
So
I have your
good.
depth. I have your
gotta get
depth
better.
chart right here. I mean, left guard right now, it's Alex Palszewski and Calvin Throckmorton. Those are your two left guards right now. Calvin Throckmorton sounds like a 18th century British colonel.
Yeah, I like
Colonel Throckmorton.
He was defeated at the Battle of Little Bighorn. Calvin Throckmorton.
In terms of your defense, it's been
personally wet himself.
at the Battle of how much do you believe that performance by your defense was on the defense being relentless, and how much was on the Jets just being the Jets?
I would say probably 4 to 5 sacks. Credit to the Broncos. The other 4 to 5 sacks give to Justin Fields for not knowing how to get rid of a football.
Yeah,
easiest sacks they're gonna get.
I think last week I defended Aaron Glenn. I was like, I watch his energy on the sidelines.
Oh, God. Wow.
No AI is fixing this, baby. That's done right there.
You don't need AI. It's beautiful as it is.
I thought that Aaron Glenn was like, at least someone different, a different voice. I cannot defend him after that performance. They seem tired, unprepared. Justin Fields is clueless. At least, mitigate. Matt Eberflus was Justin Fields' coach, wasn't he? And he at least got some production out of him. Aaron Glenn is getting nothing out of Justin Fields, and it is ugly and getting uglier. And I cannot believe that and what were they doing at the end of half, right? They had a 3-minute possession. There was no urgency whatsoever. They don't even chuck a Hail Mary. I don't know. It was pretty bad what happened in England. I think they're charging us with war crimes for sending that game over there. And, I don't know how you sit through games like that. This is multiple years, Brandon, where you've had some of the ugliest games ever. I thought Nathaniel Hackett got rehired as the head coach in that game.
Matt Canada without the jet sweeps. That's what.
Okay. Yeah, it was an ugly game.
Yeah. Hold on, real quick, guys. Everybody, just make a real ugly face right now.
Oh, we're all doing soy face.
That's our new thumbnail. Once the show's over, you guys can shut the fuck up about the GD thumbnail, okay?
Okay, so you say fuck, but not goddamn.
I mean, 5 minutes.
I did. It's called using a tool.
All the entire internet powered by AI. God forbid it. We make one thumbnail. I'm gonna give you one thumbnail.
We're all dead, man.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, unfortunately, I will say though, London and airplanes, they don't really work out well, but that's just a different story entirely. But speaking of New York teams, we go to the other side of the MetLife Stadium. Mr. 5 Points and his New York Giants and his exciting whites defeating the Philadelphia Eagles. What did you see in that game, Five?
Well, we had 2 daughter daters just totally tear up the Philadelphia Eagles. And we were talking in the green room before. I don't know if the Giants were really that good. It's just that the Eagles played bad. And I just, Jalen Hurts missed a wide open Devontae Smith, like wide open. That could have completely changed the complexion of the game. And other than those 4 tush pushes, it was their second half. Like the Eagles have to be concerned about their efforts in the second half all year. They came out just completely flat, like they just didn't care, and then got shut out in the second half and got dunked on, basically. Got outscored 14-0, and it was over pretty soon, and they had 2 turnovers. It's like the Giants still have a ton of weaknesses. They weren't getting much pressure because Shane Bowen he must be allergic to blitzing or something. And that's what we'll see on Sunday, Brandon, when we watch these teams in action, is how is the offensive line for both teams going to hold up against? I mean, you guys should be, I would suspect that you guys do better than what the Giants do, but you have to look at what Jackson Dart can do with his feet and the preloaded CTE of Cam Scatterbo. Like they're starting to become problems.
What are you talking about? CTE fears Cam Scatterbo. He sleeps at night, wakes up, he finds Cam Scatterbo. post trauma.
It's just, it feels good though to see a team go out and actually dominate in a game that I did not expect. I think last week, we all predicted the game. Well, no, we didn't stream last week.
Yeah,
Shit.
we had a bunch of people.
I honestly thought that they were going to get smoked, and they didn't. So it was a good win.
How has Dart and Scatterboo impacted the rest of the team? Because I know there's a huge difference in terms of aura, in terms of its execution, in comparison to Russell Wilson and Tyron Tracy.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the complexion has completely changed. You look at Dart's escapability and his run ability. Like that was not what I thought we were getting. I thought we were getting a play action quarterback that had some athleticism, but his lateral movement, his side to side, and his all out willingness, which is scary to put his body on the line, is refreshing. And you haven't seen that in New York. Like Daniel Jones was. He was like Temu Josh Allen in terms of his running ability and getting out in the open. But Dart is like, I hate to make this comparison. He's like I can't even, he's like if Cam Scatterboo's attitude was put into a quarterback. Yeah. And the both of them are making defenses wonder, oh crap, I have to worry about not only this guy taking off, but he's coming at me. He's not just going to slide.
I think Scatterboo's all gristle. Like he's just made of gristle. I'm not worried about him. But I saw the replay a couple times of Dart on that one play where he ran out and he kind of goes out the sideline and he seeks contact, which you don't really want your quarterback doing. But yeah, he drove his head straight into the defender, and you definitely don't want your QB doing that. And he went down in the game. That was not a play where he was running, right? He was in the pocket. He just got kind of...
He was trying to step up. He was trying to climb the pocket and then just take whatever loss. But then he got sandwiched between two Eagles, and he got hit on the shoulder and the head.
Hasn't he left every game, or just he's left 2 of the games?
2 of the 3 starts, and Russell Wilson comes in and immediately gets booed.
Did you see that pass? Oh Lord,
the pass was so
30
bad.
yards. I'm like, oh no, Russ.
Like anytime you see Russ throwing on the sidelines, you're like, oh no, this is not good. And then he comes in.
Dayball's coming in on the tent, dude. He's like, where's you going? Come on, hurry. I don't want this guy in my field. And he is praying to every holy religious deity he can think of. Over under 10, would you say?
Yeah, he comes in, he gets booed like Montgomery Burns at a film festival, and it's terrible. But then the funny thing was, I think Dart has been coached by Daboll on what to do if he gets his bell rung. Because in that play, he goes down, and instead of getting up, he just lays on the turf. He's like, all right, I'm knocked out. But if I just stay out here, this is more time before I have to go into the tent. Because as soon as he got hit, I was like, fuck, he's going to be put in CT in concussion protocol, and he's not coming back in this game, and we're going to lose because Russell Wilson's coming in. And then he just laid there. It was like 45 seconds, and then he finally got up and was like, all right, I'll mosey on over to the tent. And then I don't know how he cleared protocol. A lot of guys they're either loosening the standards for concussion, because remember the first year that they brought out the pop-up tent, guys were not coming back in games. Like you'd be like, oh, he's back on the sidelines and his helmet has been confiscated from him. Like they take the helmet and they lock it in the locker, but he was back out there. I was like, oh my God, this is probably not good for his health, but if he doesn't play, it's not good for mine.
Has the NFL ever defined for the Giants? I know they were worried about that for them, but because Daboll went in the tent.
Daboll was issued a statement. He didn't go completely into the tent. He stuck his head in there and was like, hey, you guys making s'mores in there? Fucking give me my quarterback back. And they finally released him. But yeah, that was inappropriate. Like you can't, but I get it. He's like, my job is on the line, and you guys are sitting there with the little flashy thing in Dart's eyes. Get him out of there, or tell me that I have to go with Russ. I don't know if Russ came back out. I think they would put Jameis in.
Famous Jameis would deliver the memes. If Tommy DeVito were still around, you bring him in, but he's a Patriot.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just Dart cannot get hurt. He cannot get hurt, but his instincts are dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
And that's stuff you either build out of or it's going to hurt you.
Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting to see because on Sunday, the Broncos have an excellent pass rush and they blitz a ton. And the Giants O-line played better. Like they've got Illuminor back. They've got Andrew Thomas back. JMS is still sus. Evan Neal is buried down the depth chart. And they still don't have a receiver core. Like Lil Jordan.
Yeah,
what's the deal? Because Lil Jordan used to be a Bronco, right?
He was here. He was in Denver for 2 years with Sean Payton. Lil Hump.
Yeah,
Lil
Hump.
Was a
like
Saint before that too.
He had an excellent game for us. What's the book on why he got cut or why he was bad or why he was sitting on the practice squad until now?
Sean Payton liked him for blocking. Okay, so he's a pretty good blocking receiver. I believe he played special teams, and he would make a play every now and then in the receiving game. What became the issue with Lil Hump was he would have like a costly drop or a costly fumble just in opportune times. And it felt like there were other receivers on the Broncos roster who needed to be getting targets like over him. So it wasn't like he was bad, like really bad or anything. It was just like, it felt like Sean Payton really loved him. And that was the only, kind of reason he was there. But I think it was one of Scadaboo's run. It was Jordan Humphrey was sealing a block downfield to help break that run. So that's, you want that, especially if your running back is Cam Scadaboo, who runs very slow.
I don't know why I conflated Lil Jordan with being someone like Wan'Dale Robinson size.
No,
he's out there. He's 6'4". I'm like
dude.
Lil Hump. Like he was that's a misnomer.
Lil Jordan Humphrey, misleading name.
Yes.
Anime savior. I have to talk about this, Brandon. Your chair actually it went up to the great hardware store in the sky. What's your status report over there, sir?
It broke during the stream.
Oh, did you have a new chair? Did you fix it?
This chair, the back of this chair just fell off, but I have fixed it because I'm a man. I know how to fix things. I only got two of the screws back in. It needs 4, but I only found 3. I could only get 2 in. I will be ordering a new chair shortly, but for the time being, this is still doing the trick.
She's like, I don't have time to go to. I have got to write the power rankings video. I don't have time to go to Walmart and pick up a new chair.
People gave me so much money for a new chair. I have to buy a nice one now. I have to buy
get a nice sort of chair.
A Herman Moore, a Evan Williams. What the fudge was it?
Perna, are you 40 now? They are asking, are you 40? Is Perna 40?
Yeah, I'm 40.
You're 40 years old?
About to turn 41.
Happy birthday, sir. Early birthday.
That's what I mean.
Look, 5's an AARP card carrying member, so you're not the oldest guy in this room.
Yeah.
That's what I asked
before.
Before.
Until 50. Then they might turn on me.
Yeah, you're old enough to have seen a Playboy. Right? Did you have a Playboy? Have you seen a Playboy magazine, an actual hard copy?
Yes.
The kids these days don't even know what Playboy is. They think it's just a rapper. They're like,
yeah. I believe
Playboy.
Yeah, I mean those were the Holy Grail.
Yeah, if you got like a hard copy of Playboy, you were I was like, what are these articles in here?
Yeah.
Why are they bothering to write articles?
I had a crush on Jenny McCarthy when I was a kid, and then when I found the Jenny McCarthy Playboy, I felt like I hit the lottery.
You won it all.
Her next chair, sir. I found her next chair. This one right here. This is you.
The Charles and Ray Eames. Oh, it is. Herman Miller is what people. I can't lounge like that all day.
Dude, that's great. That's great for streams.
I wish I could edit like
about
this.
The Broncos.
Yeah, right like that.
Get like the keyboard up here at your chest. That would be amazing to just sit there and edit all day. $7,900 for a chair.
But it's great though. It's an ottoman. You can relax and stuff.
Yeah, I will be ordering one. This one was on the fringe anyway, but.
Who do you think out of Clickbait Sports spends the most money the most frivolously? I out of the 5 of us on anything.
Well, Tom already has one of those chairs, so I'll just
What?
say Tom.
Tom has one of those chairs.
That's the second most time you spend. It's besides your bed.
It is an important thing.
Chair.
Yeah,
it is.
This was my good chair purchase. Like I think I asked my parents to get me this for like Christmas, and it was like a $300 chair, which I thought was insane. But
I think
you need back support if you're sitting all day.
It's back support, bottom support. I mean, these things need to last you. As I said,
this is not helping everybody learning that I'm 40. Can we not talk about chairs?
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Tell
you what. We'll talk about chairs. We'll talk about my trip to Yenzerland.
Oh, yes.
You were at the game.
Yes, I was.
Yes,
I was at the game for the first time in glorious fashion. The Pittsburgh Steelers played the Cleveland Browns at Heinz Field. It's still Heinz Field to me, damn it. I got my terrible towels christened by the Heinz Field Air. I know it's not Acrisure, but it's still Heinz Field. And I actually got this nice other terrible towel. It represents cancer awareness. So I was flipping out the towel there, doing that beautiful stuff. And for the national anthem, we had the great delivery of our best friend, the Osprey.
It just gave me an American boner right there.
I already had one.
Government shutdown, not in Steelerland, right? We have the 9/11 Air Wing by the airport.
Considered essential.
Yeah, you don't have an Osprey. I mean, dude, this is essential work, man. The Osprey, we bring that out, baby.
Your screams are the best part.
Just wait till the feedback.
That's standard Yinzer.
Yeah, it's just average. I mean, I saw some peak Yinzer there, man. Some beautiful
peak
Yinzer. Definitely men that put me to shame, and I need to up my game. And it's just it's truly the stuff that drives me wild. It was pure Steeler domination. Cleveland sucks. That's just the cold reality of it. Their offense, it reminds me of Matt Canada. It is Dylan Gabriel. I mean, I know he's a rookie. I know he doesn't have much in terms of an O-line or receiver core, but I didn't see anything out of him. The dude can barely throw 15 yards. It's bad. And it just more or less, they couldn't get a running game going. The Steelers defense just clamped because they just made Dylan Gabriel throw. And if you make Dylan Gabriel throw, it's like he's not throwing deep. What can you do? The Steeler I mean, the only real controversy for the Steelers was the turf because Chris Boswell slipped up.
Why is the turf so consistently
he
bad?
like this far into the turf.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there like that's a throwback because I thought they fixed that issue. That was been an issue for a long time. I know people complain about Pitt playing there, but Pitt was on the road this past weekend. It's just being a natural grass field. You have two teams playing on it pretty consistently. Plus high school football championships come November. And it just has a lot of wear and tear, especially by the river in a mid-Atlantic climate in the fall and the winter. There's going to be a lot of moisture. There's going to be a lot of heat. There's going to be as well as just sun. It's just going to have just a tough time, just more or less just doing that. I remember I was at a game 20 years ago. They were bringing out little football steamrollers and just trying to flatten the stadium just because it was that bad. And let's not forget Pittsburgh, Miami back in the day. But that was the real controversy. Steeler offense, they did enough. I will give credit to Brandon's favorite player, Broderick Jones. Broderick Jones actually had his best game as a Steeler. He limited Myles Garrett to only 2 tackles. That's PFF gave him an 80 pass rush grade because that's just what they do. But otherwise, it was, as I said, it was pretty comfortable, pretty domination. And then we recited the chant with my people, and it was a great Cleveland
Honestly,
sucks.
It almost seems mean to say that about Cleveland. It's like, we know. Do you have to? Do you have to tell us again?
It's a
At least we're not
thing.
Detroit. That's what they say.
Well, not anymore. Detroit's good.
What's
They beat them at baseball too.
Do you think the Steelers are going to make a move for a receiver or something before the deadline? Like,
They
not
do
that they need
a wide
to, but they're
receiver
in a
too.
position where the division is theirs. They can build upon that lead. What would you inject your team with if you could?
I know more or less. I'd say the relatively solidified positions more or less would be depth. I would say wide receiver 2 would be an interesting one. I know there are a couple names that might be out there. I don't know if it's going to be anything great. I mean, you could go for maybe I don't think the Ravens are going to trade in division. Otherwise, I'd say maybe go for Nuke Hopkins as like a 3-4 guy who could stretch the field as well as maybe do a job as a pass prime guy. My guy, like I still think they might try for someone like a Jacoby Myers or an Alan Lazard, because I think they would fit that wide receiver 2 mold. Plus, with Aaron's connection with Lazard, I think it actually makes sense, unfortunately enough. But otherwise, I would say more or less, I would say maybe cornerback depth, because they've had a lot of injuries in the secondary. They've had Joey Porter Jr. down for a bit. They've had, Darius Slay's been in and out for a little bit. Jalen Ramsey had the hamstring issue. He was hobbled for a little bit there too. Miles Killebrew, who's based as a safety, but as a special teams gunner, he's going to be out for a bit. I mean, hopefully not for the season, but he'll be out as well. So they've been having some problems back there. James Pierre's done yeoman's work as like a secondary guy, but I think more or less they do need a little help there. But otherwise, I would say just keep the course. I know, like, I'm not trying to like go Steelers Super Bowl right now, because they've always had these hot starts and then they tail off. But at the same time, everything has lined up the Steelers' way. You've had, Baltimore's flat out imploded. Cincinnati doesn't have a defense, and you're playing Joe Flacco. It's that bad. And Cleveland doesn't have an offense at all. Yeah. So more or less, you will be hosting a home playoff game, but what happens from there, I don't know.
You should call this Cleveland. I'm just going to call Cleveland up. They're trading within the division. They don't care.
It depends, though, because Mike Tomlin kind of threw shade at the Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy has the dropsies. That's the problem, because like he had a bad game. He dropped.
Jeudy did.
Passes. Yes.
Oh,
he did not do well. I know Njoku's out. Harold Fannin had a really bad drop too. But as I said, it's just they didn't really do much with Judkins once they realized that they couldn't get the run game going. They threw with Dylan Gabriel 57 times.
Yeah, that's insane.
And it was like an average passing per pass of like 2.6 or something ridiculous like that.
I don't care if you're rushing for 2 yards per attempt. With a rookie quarterback in that situation, you got to hand off the ball more, even just for posterity's sake.
Radical. Yeah, but it's just if they can't get it going, it's more or less that. Corey Trice, he's been hurt for the most part. He's had his moments, but he had that pick against Denver last year, but he's mostly been hurt. That's the problem. Kobe Trice, definitely.
Dylan Gabriel looks like Superboy if Superboy just never grew into Superman.
Hey,
I'm
rooting for Dylan.
Listen,
he's short.
Listen, every time you bring up that it's an AI thumbnail, I misfired here. I'm putting this on screen. Okay, and you're gonna have to listen to us talk about this thumbnail. Look, let's critique it right now.
I love the old school Bears helmet. It looks like he's wearing a leather helmet with modern helmets on the side.
Listen, we're talking about this now. I like this guy. I like the guys over to the left with all the same faces. That kind of looks like Brian Greasy in the middle right there. The fake KC logo is doing it for me, but you can tell it's KC.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, when AI makes it, they always include the Packers and KC and the Patriots. I guess they're probably Steelers, like the most searched teams.
I do
shout out to the Steelers with 4 stars on their logo, by the way. I appreciate that.
I think the best thing about AI is that, and this should terrify all of us, if it actually is intelligent, okay?
It's not.
It's also lazy, just like a human, because it created the exact same Seahawk guy twice. It just duplicated the Seahawk guy.
Yeah. There are differences in the face. There's less detail in the guy in the back, as usual with most AI things.
Are they twins?
Maybe it's just like the common struggle of man. Once AI figures out thumbs, we're screwed. But until then, I don't think we'll have to worry about Skynet taking us over.
We should have lied. We should have said Adam painted this thumbnail.
I did
in his home.
I did. I actually did. I just painted it with my hands and my nose.
Yeah.
But man, this one Seahawks guy looks a little like Fireman Ed, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
In Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers there in the background too. He would be in that picture as well, just for the AI purposes. Speaking of which, Green Bay, I mean, I know Tom's not really here to defend them. I hope he's doing all right. Rest well, sir. We have the watch. We'll see you in Valhalla. But in terms of Green Bay, they kind of dispatched Cincinnati relatively easily, but they've had some struggles more or less. Like, what do you take about them? If you've been paying attention.
Yeah.
I know. I wish I had Tom here to talk.
Yeah, it's funny because Tom talks about the Packers to me 3 days a week, and I kind of just zone out.
Oh, you're focused on the Broncos,
I don't even know what's going on with the Packers. No, I mean, I think they'll be all right. Like, we've seen their defense play at a high level. Josh Jacobs was really good in their win. I think there's just so many teams right now that are kind of they're playing at the same level. So nobody's separated themselves. We think the Chiefs are about to do that, but even their win over Detroit, right? You could say Detroit's down 4 corners in that game.
Yeah, they're going to be down 5 with branch suspension. Like they're playing Rock Yassin out there.
Yeah, now they're going to be even worse there. They had the weird touchdown taken away in a weird circumstance. And the Chiefs outplayed them. Like, I'm not saying that it was a fluky win for the Chiefs, but they certainly didn't get the best version of Detroit. And I just think we're seeing so many teams they're at the same level. It's been unpredictable. We had teams we thought were really bad, like the Panthers, and then they turn it on. And Packers look like the best team for 2 weeks. Then they kind of didn't. They have the bye. They won last week. I think they're going to be all right, but I don't know when a team or two is going to separate themselves this season, emerge. And that I think it's ultimately just really nice.
Yeah, the product's good. The product is really good. My question is what NFL team is the most get right team? Who do you want to play when you're losing?
The Jets?
I don't know. The Jets seem to be
the Eagles. They got the Broncos and Giants right, Adam.
Yeah.
I mean, low key Bills. Because how Atlanta took them behind the woodshed, all they have is Josh Allen.
Man, I think
they nearly blew
Bills
2
seem like a team that can bounce back. Right now, I think the Ravens are so down.
Anyone in the AFC North besides
I think
the
Steelers. The Titans are a team you're circling on your schedule. Hey, we can guys, don't go too crazy.
Maybe Raiders, now that Callahan's gone, but Raiders, it's Raiders, I would say.
And the Bengals have been pretty awful too.
Oh, the Bengals have no defense. Not just that, they're down to Joe Flacco is the improvement. Even if they had Joe Burrow, they'd be a mess.
I give Flacco credit. The reason that they traded for him was because he apparently can learn playbooks really quickly, and he was dealing out there. He looks like a guy that's just oh yeah, I know that play.
I've seen enough of this.
You just call that 62 right, Brown suck or whatever, and he just does it, and he's a savant of offenses.
Yeah,
Suddenly clickbait is support we've never had.
Yeah, we have standards.
I think that's tree in college. No standards here. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, did I even have standards if I couldn't get any? No, probably not.
I'm just saying.
If we named this show today, we would probably name the show AI Slop Ball. So
AI Slop Ball.
We went with Clickbait Sports because it seemed like the most disingenuous thing you could call the show.
AI football.
Yeah, AI Slop Ball. Here we are.
Have you seen those channels where it's LeBron James kissing his teammate in the thumbnail, and it's records, NFL records that shock the world, and I'm just what? Why is LeBron James kissing Tom Brady?
Worst injuries, and it's a shark biting Dak's leg off.
NFL moments we can't believe happen, and there's a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, how does this have 4 million views?
Yeah,
and it's Aaron Rodgers getting shot, and everyone else is
everyone's making the Mr. Beast face in the thumbnail.
That time Aaron Rodgers died on the football field and
came
back and won the game.
Yes, I've seen those Sora AI videos. They're awful, but there are some of Stephen Hawking's riding a half pipe in his wheelchair, and I'm sorry, I will stop and watch those.
I put the Brian Dable Sora video in. We put it in power rankings because I was like, this is what AI should be used for. And it was like Jackson Dart's point of view of Dable coming into the blue tent. I was like, this is funny. This is funny
Dude,
enough.
they should have recreated that Connor Hughes tweet between him and Brian Dable. We didn't get to talk about this, about like how it turned into like softcore porn. They should have recreated that post in Sora. Once you do that, you're off.
There was one it was the Chiefs Lions game, and it looked like the real game kind of, and then like Mahomes, after he downs the ball, goes to the ref and starts making out with him.
Yes.
Like, okay, this probably
like, this is not AI.
Yeah, that was that. No, that was real.
Yeah.
And that's real, man.
Yeah, there you go.
But you know what was real? Was Jackson Dart high-fiving the ref after
that was real.
That was also real.
That was a moment.
Well, the dude completely missed Cam Scatterboo getting in the end zone. Like,
it was such a wrong call.
Yeah, it was the most confidently wrong call I've ever seen. And I was like, how can you not overturn this? And then what's really funny about that clip is the ref comes up to him and is like, nah, buddy, you missed that. And then Jackson Dart high fives him because his hand's still in the air. Yeah. That reminds me of that when the dude did the false start and then he did he pointed, and I don't know who was standing there, and he points and hits him in the eye.
Oh, right.
I forget who that was. It was like Jay Cutler or someone that did that. That was good.
Honestly, like Dart doing that, I think it like shows how confident and comfortable he is out on the field for a rookie. Like, to be a rookie quarterback and to be like talking to the ref saying, hey, we scored a touchdown. And the ref's like, no, you didn't. He has his hand up. The ref didn't five him. He just went up and took his shot, said, haha. Like, you got to love that shit if you're a Giants fan, because even if it doesn't work out, you want to go down with a guy he's going to go down swinging no matter what you do. And I think that's the thing I enjoyed most about watching that game was like, oh man, like, when you have a quarterback play with that much confidence, it feeds the rest of the team. He's doing it without neighbors, and maybe he's not where he needs to be yet, but he looked a lot better passing in that game too. So it's like, that just makes for fun football. And Giants fans, even when Daniel Jones was playing well, he was never that guy on the field.
He had no swagger.
He kind of has it now with the Colts, but
he's getting there. And the thing is, like, Eli Manning is a complete opposite of that, but he just quietly went to work. He was the literal definition of a lunch pail guy. I know that's a cliche, but you can do that if you win Super Bowls, right? But New York, we need Jackson Dart, and you can't fake that confidence. You can't force it. That's just in him. And sometimes that can get beaten out of you in the NFL. Like, you can get that just completely knocked out of you over the course of a career, but it's refreshing to see that. And that's something that Tommy DeVito kind of has too.
Yeah.
You can't fake it. And when guys are out there that love their job, it's really refreshing to see that, for sure.
And that was like the moment for Bo Nix last year, is when he yelled at Sean Payton on the sideline. Like, oh shit, this guy's very confident in what he's doing. And for Broncos fans, we saw, the opposite of that when Russ was there and Sean, and that felt like a pivotal moment for the Broncos last season. And it's like the moment we look back to is like, oh, that's when it clicked for Bo. Like, you can yell at your coach, he's going to get in your face. And they went on to, like, I think that was a Raiders game. They went on to beat the Raiders, but
yeah. All right, let's preview this game tonight. Tree, I believe you are streaming it. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. We'll be doing it's the Icy Hot Bowl, second time in NFL history where two men over the age of 40 are starting a football game. It is.
What was the other
Cincinnati,
time?
Breeze and Brady.
Brady. New Orleans, Tampa Bay, 2021. But this time it's going to be Joe Flacco, who is now playing for the Cincinnati Bengals, against Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This might get ugly. Bengals will be without Trey Hendrickson. I think this is going to be kind of a grindy game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout per se, but I think the Steelers do end up winning. I think they'll win by about 9-10, I would say. I think it's gonna. The offense has had kind of some trouble, but once again, it more or less depends on if they can get everything rolling to full potential, and also if more or less that if like the offense more or less, because they had trouble getting things going for the first half. It was the Chris Boswell show. So we'll see.
It's Thursday. Anything can happen on a Thursday. This is this is definitely a trap game. We haven't seen the Steelers play down to their competition, and they love doing it.
Tomlin has not done well on Thursday nights. Steelers have not done well on Thursday nights.
They are addicted to being like, hey, this should be an easy win. Let's just dick around. $13,000 for that shit.
It's your new chair, Brandon.
No, I am not going that far.
I don't know.
Where is the fleshlight on this chair that comes with it? Like, come on.
I don't know how this is. This has to be like laundering money or a total write-off. Like this, I don't know what else to really say.
I don't want to spend $1,000, and that's what it looks like it's going to cost.
That wood was probably taken from like some,
an endangered forest.
Yeah. They went to Sentinel Island and stole that wood.
Like we were not supposed to have this wood. It's actually petrified.
That's right. It's made out of,
we stole this wood from a museum.
Yeah. We secretly found where all that Nazi art was, and then we stole that from somebody else, and then now it's pure elephant leather. Yeah, there you go. That's good right there, Dan. Yeah, it's made entirely out of a rhinoceros, not even the horn. It's just the whole rhinoceros constructed this chair.
It's made out of old dodo bones.
I honestly think the Steelers will
and Rodgers.
I think the Steelers will win, but they're gonna make Mr. Tree over there clinch his butthole.
You're gonna sweat tonight.
I think that's just how it goes.
Yeah, well, he sweats no matter what.
I sweat like crazy.
He's sweating right now.
Oh yeah, I just sweat in general.
That's what I'm thankful for many things that like when we as streamers we're just at home and no one has to smell us, like or smell our breath and smell like be near us. Because if like people are like, oh, I want to meet such and such, like don't meet your heroes because they often smell pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think the Broncos and Steelers are similar. They're gonna win ugly games.
That'll be question humanity, and it will, and you'll do the same thing next week.
Yep. Both based off their defense, right? Steelers defense was not good the first 2 weeks, but it feels like they're figuring it out. They're second in sacks, right? No, they'll get after Flacco a bit, and when you make Flacco uncomfortable, he turns the ball over. Everything about me as a football fan, as somebody who has to pay attention to the NFL to talk about it, believes the Steelers are going to win this game. I want to make it clear. I 100% believe the Steelers are winning this game.
At least you're not Tom.
Say the Bengals are winning this game based on one fact and one fact only.
Ooh, okay.
Is that every time we start to think something is true for this NFL season, it changes. It has been chaos. From week one, the Bengals are not better than the Steelers. We're all starting to believe that the Steelers are a good football team and they're going to run away with the division and they might have the 1 seed. They might, season ended now, the Broncos would be playing the Steelers, right?
And it would be at Heinz Field.
Yeah,
it would be just a war. We
believe that. We're starting to say Aaron Rodgers, he's not great, but he's playing smart football. He's keeping the Steelers in good
like Brett Favre on the Vikings.
Only problem is they haven't completed a pass over 30 air yards. That's the only problem.
No, see, the thing is,
the Bengals are going to win this game 21-17.
Oh, okay. I think the Steelers still win, but it has to be done by bullshit. It has to be done by Steeler bullshit.
Field goal. Boswell field goal.
It's got to be done. Yeah, it's got to be done by some type of like.
Boswell going to have a kick blocked too. Damn it! That's
Rodgers,
really, Brandon. You want the smoke? Or is he going to trip on the glass too? Is this how this is?
I'm not. No, I'm just. This is the only thing I know.
Okay.
Rodgers throws a pick and it gets overturned by illegal contact, and that's what's going to happen.
Hey, nothing wrong with a good old
Hold
flag.
on, someone's complaining about the thumbnail. Here we go. You brought this on yourself.
Look at it, beast. Look at it.
He's
For 519.
He put this 519 right up our asses. Okay, like this guy right here in the top right. He's definitely getting pegged up there.
Why is there no Bronco team? Boo AI.
Speaking of the Broncos, the Giants are playing the Broncos on Sunday. It is a inter-clickbait matchup.
Let's
I
go.
think it's our second of the year. I will be streaming the game. Brandon, you will be streaming the game. I think we agreed to check in on each other at halftime. Yeah, we'll have a little phone call. Maybe we'll just recreate it with AI, and then we can
make a spaghetti scene and just have Will Smith eat it with just like
or Russ cook in the kitchen, with everything on fire. But I think it'll be a good game. The thing that I'm optimistic about is the Giants are playing well, and even though the Broncos beat the Jets, they should have kicked the crap out of the Jets. And so the one thing that worries me is y'all's pass rush and our offensive line. You're gonna sack even the Eagles and even the Saints. I think sacked Dart 6 times or something like that, and they're not even they're not known for their pass rush. It could be a double-digit sack game for the Broncos, but the Giants still could somehow win.
The Broncos have 12 sacks and the Giants still win.
It's possible, because the Giants are. This is the most. When Russell Wilson got to 3rd and long in the first 3 games, it was done. The drive was done. Jackson Dart doesn't give up like that.
Yeah.
He's like, no. We're going to try to convert here. And you feel that when your team has no energy and they're just resigned to a 3rd and long, like those long years when your team just sucks, you're just like, when they're sneaking on their own 2-yard line on a 3rd and 7. And you're just like, what is this? This is not real. So I think it'll be a good game. I don't know. I'm not sold on a Giants win, but if the Giants do pull out a dub, then there's going to be a lot of shit talking.
Yeah.
You're going to be pretty insufferable if that happens, and for good reason. I'm not saying it's a bad reason to be insufferable. But
I'm already insufferable.
I think the guy I'm worried about is Dexter Lawrence in this game, knowing the Broncos interior a little banged up, and he could be a game wrecker. Denver's offense works when they have the run game going. That's when it's been at its peak this year. They got away from it in that Jets game. I think they'll remember that. But I think the Broncos are going to win this game. I think they're just a better team than the Giants right now. I think the Giants are in the process of becoming possibly a good team. But then you've got another thing you got to worry about, Adam. It is Super Bowl 50 anniversary week here for the Broncos as a team. So they got all the guys coming back. It's also they're honoring Demaryius Thomas before the game, and they're inducting him into the Ring of Fame. So we have heaven on our side as well. We've got the we better win this for one of our all-time best players, and I just don't think the Giants can stop those forces.
Okay. Yeah, that's what players are thinking.
If you root against that, Adam, you're rooting against Demaryius Thomas, and that's just fucking rude.
I will never root against Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah, so you can't even root for the Giants.
Just saying, I will root for the Giants because
mean guy,
the outcome of a game,
bad man.
If that was the case, then the Giants would win everything. There's every fan base suffers. You would think that if pain was some type of measure of whether a team would win or not, the Buffalo Bills would have won a Super Bowl by now.
Of course.
Right? The Cleveland Browns would have won a Super Bowl by now.
No, not at all.
No. Heaven doesn't care about the outcome of football games, but yes, RIP Demaryius Thomas. So have fun celebrating that, but I hope the Giants win. Okay.
Absolutely. This is all the football gods want.
We've got beef, motherfuckers!
Yeah.
I could play that now since Scooter.
Yeah, no Scooter.
I'll tell you what. Let's go right to the countdown, kids.
AI is so good for you. Better embrace the AI. Love that AI because it might be the only thing that loves you back one day.
AI is the best basketball player in Philadelphia history, man.
Oh, he was.
You hate him. We talk about practice. Talk about practice, man.
Practice?
Practice. That kind of
Talk
does
about
look like me in the
practice.
bottom right. Good God.
That
Okay.
does look like Tree.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's
it's
the problem.
coming for you, Tree.
I can't find my money tally now. They changed the overlay for this.
What?
They changed your overlay?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like for whatever reason it doesn't have like the total number of
I got 69.92. Nice.
Tree,
Okay, I see it now.
Okay. Okay. What do you got, Tree?
You first.
No.
No. I think it should be you.
I got 143.06.
You got that AI money.
Damn it.
Got that.
174.59.
Yeah!
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, you can buy Sora, the full version of Sora.
Yeah. You've gotta buy Sora and make videos of you doing mukbangs.
Mukbang.
Oh no, yeah, Tree does have to make an AI video. That seems like a good punishment.
Yes, that is an appropriate.
What kind of AI
punishment.
video would it be? Would
It needs to be
like
it
hugging
needs to
Aaron
be
Rodgers?
you. It needs to be you rooting for all three of your division rivals. So it needs to be three scenes. YouTuber urinating Tree rooting for the Ravens in a Raven-themed environment. Just have fun with it. But you got to be rooting for the enemies.
Or should he make a Twitter post and then the top comment is the AI video prompt that he has to make?
Oh, that's a good idea.
I could see him and Aaron Rodgers in a darkness retreat, just him and just chilling.
Yeah.
You know? But yes, you have to get Sora and you have to make an AI video.
I hate you, Sean. I love you, but thank you, but I hate you.
Mm-hmm. AI video of Tree as
just like a
TJ
30-second video
I mean,
to
you can
play
get that
here
in
on
real life.
Clickbait.
30 seconds, yes. And only
Team
played
UJ1,
here.
man.
Yes.
Make
Tree,
Nick do it.
they like the idea of Tree doing an AI mukbang. Mhm.
I don't know what that
AI
is.
mukbang.
And I don't want to
mukbang.
know.
It's just like
You don't know what a
people just
mukbang
eating
is?
copious amounts of food.
Oh.
You just
a lot
get
of,
like you
the
order like
ASMR.
6 different entrees and just eat them all. But
Dude,
usually
I'm-
involves like Indian food of some kind, so that that food will tear through you like Sherman marching to the coast afterwards.
Whoa.
It's a very physical,
Pre-processed stuff.
physical aftermath. Of
I'll have
that.
myself at like 600 pounds just eating that stuff and just combusting at the end. I think that's the good way to do it.
That would be
I'll have to tweak some prompts.
Okay, you have that AI video by next week.
Yeah, I will burn an entire rainforest to make sure that becomes the reality.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That's
That's
Hey, I will burn as much wood as they did for that $13,000 chair.
Mhm. Did we get all the super chats up on here?
I think so.
Okay. What do you guys got coming out?
Brandon?
I got the power rankings is up, and then we'll have a new video Saturday morning about how weird this season's been.
Okay. Tree?
I'm working on NHL Haters Guide. I will be streaming the game tonight as well with the Icy Hot Bowl with the Bengals and the Steelers. But NHL Haters Guide, I am working on it right now.
What's your take on the Avs?
Well, my question is, they're pretty old. Do you think Brent Burns is your Ray Bork? That's the question.
Oh.
Yeah, you signed Brent Burns.
Yes,
Burnsy.
He's our Bork.
Are they playing him as a defenseman?
Yeah, I think so. He's not what he was, but he can still do a job offensively. He's more of a power play specialist right now. So
I've got every NFL stadium before they were built. What do you know what Mile High was before? So obviously Empower Field was Mile High Stadium. Do you know what it was before that? Do you know what it was before that?
I'm hoping it was an Arby's.
Hoping it was what?
Arby's.
Yeah, we got beef, motherfucker. No, it was actually a stadium called Bear Stadium.
Oh, yeah. I did know that.
So I'm going to do
Broncos
time
video.
lapses too of if I can find historical pictures. So it should be pretty cool.
I know Pittsburgh, it was like a couple different things. I know Exposition Park was like around the area where Heinz Field was. Mostly it was parking.
So Heinz Field was
just
a
use
parking
AI
lot.
to show what it looks like.
Yeah, I'll use AI. Actually, actually Heinz Field. I'm teasing this for everyone here.
Nice.
It was a parking lot at Three Rivers, but it was also a junkyard and a service yard before Three Rivers was built. So I did not know that either. Like the level of research that I had to do to find some of these, because AI is terrible. Like AI said that Three Rivers Stadium was built on the site of Crosley Field, which is about 20 miles away from Three Rivers Stadium. I was like, yeah, okay. So you haters in the chat who hated on the thumbnail, you're right, but also fuck you.
It's okay. We can say it. Scooter's not here.
It's okay when I do it, but not when you do it. Okay?
Yeah, I take that stance a lot. You're right, but shut up.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I think that's the right way to do things. Yeah, you're right, but fuck you too.
Yeah,
let's roll,
Scooter.
So this has been a special episode of the Dumpster Fire with special guest Brandon Perna, also known as Clickbait Sports. Guys, see you next week. Hopefully, Tom, feel better, my man, and Scooter. Just for the walk of shame for flaking us for Carolina, we are ending with this. This will be the sound you make when Martin Schottenheimer comes back.
Brandon, post that ugly face thumbnail on Twitter for us, will you?
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? I'll close with this. We'll close with the AI.